Okay, so here's my video of my try to min-maxing my Flameblast+Oil grenade build. I was got caught in flu, so my voice doesn't seem right. Okay. As you see in my previous simulacrum showcase, I just pew some grenades and channel flame blast, boom. Then I shoot grenades every like 3 to 5 seconds. Then yeah, as you see. Sorry, sorry of my coughing. Okay, so here's my gear. For the staff, I'm using a climbing staff for Sigil of Power. Sigil of Power gain stage when you spend mana, and when you spend your 100% of your mana, you gain 3 stages. That is 20 more spell damage per stage, which is a 60% more spell damage. Note that you have to stay in your sigil to gain that effect. But since we use the effect only to boost my flame blast, so yeah, doesn't matter too much. As you see, the FXs I get. Okay, I just pin it. I bought one +7 to the level of any elemental spell skills, and got one flammability magnitude or freeze build up or effect of shock. This suffix will change to flammability magnitude by the Passion of Outdoor. Then you just buy one with those two suffixes, and then Greater Exalt Slam until you get 2 gain damage extra fire, cold or lightning, and increase spell, fire, cold or lightning damage. A desecrated one cast speed. This is some quality of life for flame blast or elemental weakness. Then put one Passion of Elder to change or cold or lightning to fire, and Hedwige's Essential Rune of Wisdom to grant 1 level of all spell skills. For my offhand, to throw grenades. Oops. I just bought one with grenades fire, for skill fire 2 additional projectiles. This is a brief suffix only appears on Frathan cannon or any cannon, not the normal crossbow, cannon. At least at level 81. All other affixes doesn't matter. Proc skills doesn't matter. Fist damage doesn't matter. You might want something like grenades cooldown, but this costs too much, like 200s of divines. So yeah, just do not put any fire damage, add fire damage or gain fire damage on this cannon. Why I'm using +2 proc, I will explain later when I'm explaining my skill links. Okay, so defense layer, I'm using a Rune Master Referee. Paint it. Referee's main effect is recovery from life flask cannot be instant. Non-unique life flask applied to effect constantly. So I don't have to use my life flask manually, but its effect will constantly apply to you because I'm using a sapping life flask. Sapping life flask increases like 93% to 100% life recovered from the flask, but removes life recovered 15% life recovered from mana when used. But since I'm not using a life flask, I'm constantly applying my life flask effects to me, so this downside is not is totally neglected. Okay. I'm sorry for my bad English. My English is not my native tongue. Stay hydrated. I'm buying a Rune Mastered for Runic Ward. The reason I'm using a Runic, I'm having a ward even with a 53 just as a low one runic, so low ward, is that I socketed a warding rune of nourishment. I socketed nourishment. 50% of light recovery from flasks also applies to runic ward, so I so have my consistent ward recovery. The reason why I need that recovery will be shown later. For sockets, Fox Idol for the bonded modifiers of Fox Idol itself, which is 5% to quality of all skills, Warding Rune of Nourishment, and Crisis Rune of Warding, reduce curse effect on you. Also my cannons socket is Soul Core for Azkaban to push to gain 15 spirit, and Warding Rune for Armature. Gain maximum ward equal to weapon's maximum damage. So with this one is you can socket anything you want on it. Grenades have a 10% chance to explode twice or anything you want. This socket doesn't matter. Okay, then Chevron Satchel, the belt. Life recovery from flask also applies to energy shield. This is why we have energy shield 925 energy recovery per second and 925 from flasks. This way we have a very high damage, high one hit pool, and high recovery. So that this build is very tanky. Okay, and my amulet. I'm using an Epson amulet of Eternal Rage. The reason I'm using Rage will be explained later. I bought one with Frax T1 Spirit, at least 48, and +3 to all spell skills. Desecrate Suffix, Desecrate Coolguard Suffix, Exalt Slam, Essence of Breach to remove the prefix, and Caster Quality to push the +3 to +4. as you can see, I have +4 level of all spell skills. Then a no prefix, another exalt slam, then perfect essence of enhancement to gain global defense. Then review the desecrate suffix until you get quality of all skills. Yeah, I'm stacking quality on all my skills. Others are some rares, energy shield rare for ES, res, and maybe some intelligence, socketing some energy shield, gloves, energy shield, some life, intelligence, so I can free up some passive points for strength in my on my passive tree, socketing a Cortson Manus Rune of Cruelty for damaging almonds, basically ignite magnitude and defense. Boots, movement speed, energy shield, chaos rest, int, socketed a so-called Zeta Quartal for my last bit of lightning rest. Rings, rest magnitude, elemental and chaos rest, same here, to cap my all rest resistance. Charm, I'm using a flowing charm, a stone charm, and silver charm. I might wanna exchange to a unique one for the onslaught effect. Yeah, so that's it. Moving to cost like some 5 to 10 divines of those rares, and this one costs like hundreds and more divine to buy base and craft. So yeah, haven't complete my min-maxing yet. Okay, so the gem link. Sigil of Power is for main hand, that's my staff. Rite of Restoration is just don't use it. This one is for some gem socketing, balancing. Okay, I have my 14. Okay. Okay, first is my Flameblast. Flameblast, I have Ignite 3 for flammability, magnitude, scoring flame. Scoring flame gain life and mana cost extra ward cost, but with 50% more magnitude of ignite inflicted with supported skills. Because I have the warding rune of nourishment, you can see my ward is decreasing, but it's quickly recovered by my flask ward with 114 ward recovery per second. So this is for this scoring flame support only. Then Burden 2, 40% more damage for free. Concentrated area, that is 30% more for free. Considered casting, 35% more damage for free. So yeah. I can spend my whole mana before my right at the level of 10 stages. So yeah, I'm scaling my Flameblast to level 37 and have 41 quality. I might wanna have a 2023 or 2123 on it. Haven't finished my min-maxing. Yeah. Oil grenade. This is only in set 2. That's my cannon. The socketing I different from the video is that from previous video is that I'm using a Nova projectiles 1, so that you shoot projectiles. I'm aiming at my bottom right. I'm down. So shoot one at your aim, shoot one behind you, and shoot two, one left, one right to you. Because I'm using pierce projectiles from supported skill, pierce all targets, less damage, 20% less damage for any enemy they pierce. But since we don't use the impact damage, we only utilize the oil, so the impact damage doesn't matter at all. Mobility to move to running gun more freely. Short fuse to shorten the fuse time. Encroaching ground gives much more area coverage at 5-second max. One thing you can utilize the encroaching ground is you can shoot one, then move further away, then shoot another one. There, where the encroaching ground, the last one behind, will cover the ones you shoot later. Then is tornado. Tornado is purely for the flying mosquitoes. Efficiency, prolonged duration, expand. Armor demolisher for support gem balancing. That's loud. You might want you use your tornado on your ignited oil grenade, not or ignited ground from map mods. So here's the main difference from the build, from previous build. I'm using a Berserk. Berserk grants rage effects, and maximum rage. So you see, I'm having 60 rage, and it is constantly generating from my amulet, the eternal rage. Regenerate 4.5 rage per second, so a total 5.02 rage per second. And spirit reservation efficiency doesn't matter here. Armor demolisher is only for balancing support gems. Why am I using rage? First we have this point, this cluster, maximum rage. The main thing here is rage grants to increase stun threshold. Where's my stun threshold? I'm just gonna show my POB. Wait, 1 second. Yeah, That's power building. There's some threshold. Yeah, some threshold. Ignore pain. We have 150% increase sun threshold from this point alone. Dampening shield grants 831. Sun stun. I have like 8,000 threshold solely from energy shield and ignore pain. Yeah. The second reason I'm using rage is here. Every rage also grants 1% increased fire damage. I have 60 rage, that is 60% fire damage. Let me check. Item set 1. Okay. Flame blast. Yeah, because I have like 50% rage effect, so that is 70. Not 50%. Increased rage effect 78%, so that I have like 75 increased fire damage from this alone. Yeah. And the third point of rage is here, mystical rage. I have a nothing. Split personality, prism of belief. Oh, which one I socketed in? Yeah, megalomaniac. Mystical rage. Every rage also grants 2% increased spell damage. Virtually increased. Yeah, 150% increased spell damage from PoE. I'm sorry. So yeah, we scale rage to gain some threshold, fire damage, and spell damage. So we are using a berserk and a eternal rage combo. As for curses, I have a blasphemy, temporal chains, ritualistic curse, magnify areas, low potency, herbalism 1, and a self-cast elemental weakness. Rapid casting, magnified area, efficiency, heightened curse, and cursed ground. And you see I'm only setting the elemental weakness to set 1. That is a 34 level of elemental weakness. There is 103 enemy res removed. Yeah, so this build is heavily, it hits very hard. As for, okay, one thing I didn't mention is the lingering illusion. Herbalism 2, mysticism, clarity 2, and prolonged duration. These two I'll be exchanged to her declaration, and that support gem, which grants you chance to defend elemental damage with as if you have 90 res. That gem to further push on my survivability. And the passive tree, so I'm using the unique gems I'm using is from nothing, wild search incantation, Fire starter, slow burn, and illuminated crown. Energy shield. Ignite magnitude, flammability magnitude, ignite magnitude. Split personality from sorceress. A prism of belief +2 of flame blast +3 price shoots up lately. A heroic tragedy only to socket near the elemental equilibrium. Blacksmith training grants you 2 strength, 1% energy shield per 2 strength. You can see I have 7.2k ES. After I took it down, it's 6.1k. My first weapon set is for my staff set. I'm putting points in ignites, fire damage, flammability, ignite magnitude. Here, fire damage, ignite magnitude, fire damage, and ignite faster, flammability, ignite magnitude. The offhand, the crossbow or the cannon one, I'm putting gem enthusiast because we mainly using the oil grenade. We only use Flameblast once entering the map, or when your ignited oil grenade disappeared. Then since we mainly use our oil grenade and our crossbow to mapping, gem enthusiast's uptime is quite good. Then we got cooldown recovery for grenade skills. Reduce grenade damage doesn't matter because we don't use damage on our grenades to do damage. The main and only damage source is from our flame blast ignite. Then cooldown recovery and AOE cooldown, movement speed. Same reason on gem enthusiast on grenade set. Cooldown recovery, grenade AOE, grenade extra approach, and approach speed and AOE. Yeah, basically we're scaling AOE and approach and some QOL upgrades. Ascendancy, Gemling, Gemling Legionnaire, Advanced Thaumaturgy, Essence of Virtue, Neurological Implants of Intelligence, and Gem Studded. Yeah, I'm all studded, so all 3 effects I can get all 3 effects. So yeah, that's my late game min-maxing try on this build. Yeah, thanks for watching.